Hey guys, and welcome back for another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these really cute wallets, perfect for children but can definitely be used by adults. They have a snap closure, and on the inside there is a portion for your bills. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 slots for cards, another slip pocket over here, and then a little coin portion right here. Super cute, super easy. Head over to my blog, which is charmedbyashley.com, to get the materials list and the all the measurements for all the pieces. Get all of those things cut out and then meet me back here, and then we can start putting it all together. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so at this point you should already have all of your pattern pieces cut out. I'm just gonna go over a little inventory list of what you should have in front of you. You're gonna need your zipper. This is a really long zipper, but I will be cutting it down, so you know, whatever size zipper you have on hand. I don't think they make them small enough for what we're using, so just, you know, whatever. Okay, so we need 2 outer pieces, and I put interfacing on one of them. I just pinned them together and I labeled them outer piece. 2 inner pockets. Again, I put interfacing on the back of one of them. I'm using 2 different color or 2 different patterns for both of these, just to add some interest. You'll see once, you know, the finished product is done. But I chose to do that. So this is inner pocket. Then I have this long one, which will be the card slots. Okay. I have 2 here that are zipper pockets. One should be smaller than the other, and you'll see why when we are making it. You'll need a piece of bias tape. You can use the ready-made bias tape if you like, or you can just cut a piece of fabric. I am using the 2 different fabrics, so I chose to use this since it will be contrasting in the place that I put it. And then I have this tab piece, which is this portion here. So I've already folded it on itself. This is inside out. And I just labeled it, so that is ready to go and sew. So the first thing we're going to do is do all of your ironing at once. So I've already ironed this one, and I ironed my bias tape because I made it myself. So we're going to go into the card slot ironing, just because that's a little bit different. So I'm just going to get my iron ready to go, and I'll meet you back when it's time to iron. Okay, so I have my fabric here. I'm just going to be putting it the right side down, and I'm going to use my ruler, and I'm going to fold up about 3.5 inches, and I'll press that. Okay, and then I will, okay, now I'm just going to flip it right sides up, and this is where my fold is. I'm going to start folding my card slots, so you're using a whole entire piece of fabric, just so that it's not as confusing, because you could okay, so for these card slots we're using 1 continuous piece of fabric, which will make it easier, just so that there are no extra seams or anything, and you can just fold it all in and everything will be beautifully lined. You can of course make them separately, but it would require a lot more sewing and you would have to finish off the edges and stuff. So I folded this back at 3.5 inches, and now we are going to start the folding process. And I'm using a business card to help guide me. Okay, so this is going to be the outer edge of the wallet. So we want to have our card slots coming from here. So I'm just going to put my card here, and I want some of it showing, so this is how I'm going to put it. And then I'm going to fold it up and then press it. I don't want to make my card slots too deep, just because then you might, you know, when you go to put your card in, then you'll end up losing it. And then we'll fold it down, and as you can see, there's a little bit of the card showing, so that's what we want, so that you'll be able to grab the card. And then again, press. And then fold it back. And you want some of the cards showing. And of course, the amount of card slots that you want to have is up to you. If you want to have less card slots, then you can just chop off the excess fabric. But we're going to do 3 card slots, and then this is actually going to be a slot as well, so technically 4. Okay, so there will be a little bit of excess fabric, but that's okay because I just want to give you that little bit of wiggle room. And the card gets a little hot, so it's burning my fingers. Okay, and then we'll do one more press. So it's nice that it actually landed on this feather, because that'll be the part that you see the most. And then that will be it. And then I will cut off that bit of fabric right here. And then that will be your slots. Yeah, that kind of lines up. So I'll flip it over, and here we go. So we can just pin that and set that aside for now and work on the next. Okay, so now we're going to work on the zipper pockets. You're going to have 2 pieces of fabric. This is going to be 4.5 by 4 inches. Yeah, 4.5 by 4 inches, and this is going to be 4.5 by 3.5 inches. So we're going to put our zipper pull at the top, because that's the way we want it to come down, and this will be on the left side of the pocket. I know this is so confusing, but first we're just going to lay the smaller piece. This is the 4.5 side along our zipper, and we're going to sew along this edge with our zipper foot. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because my zipper is so big, it's nice because then I can keep my zipper pull out of the way all the way. And then you're just going to fold it open, and then we're going to do a top stitch right there. Alright, like that. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing with this piece of fabric. So putting the 4.5-inch side on the other side of the zipper, like that. So here, open it up, and then top stitch. Okay, here we are. So you're going to just pull your zipper pull up, and then you can cut off the ends of your zipper. So because we had this one a little bigger, we're going to actually fold that one around the zipper, and then that will create our pocket. So this is where it will go into the wallet. So this is where, like, the edge of the wallet. So as you can see, that is how it will be. This piece is a little long, so I need to adjust the measurements on that, but so I'm just going to do that, and then I can cut off these ends. And then don't close the zipper or you're gonna lose it. So you're not using the zipper until you have sewed it into your wallet. Okay, so now that we have these two portions done for the inside of our wallet, we're going to work on our tab piece quickly, which will take 2 seconds. We're just gonna sew down one side and then down the other side, and then flip it right side in, and then do a little top stitch. And then we will go over to our inner pieces. Okay, so I'm going to change to another angle so that you can see everything a lot better. Okay, so now I'm just going to work on my tab piece. So I'm just going to do a quick sew all the way around the two edges. Remember, this piece was folded in half, so this edge is folded, so there's no need to sew down that edge. And you're just going to snip off the corners, so when you go to turn it, there will be a nice sharp edge. And this is a little bit difficult to turn, so hopefully I can... Ooh, there we go. I have to get whatever tools I have just to help me out. So if you wanted to have an invisible clasp, say if you didn't want to see this button, then you could attach your button here and then you would put it inside. It would be a little bit difficult, but it is possible. Maybe you're doing a magnet closure or something like that. So you would do it before you attached it to your wallet, of course. But if not, then we're just going to continue. I'm going to be using a cam snap. I have a video all on these, so if you don't know what these are, they're the plastic snaps that you'll usually find on like baby clothes and stuff. So I have that link provided on the instructions for this wallet. So definitely check that out if you have never worked with them before. You can get those over at Joann's and Hobby Lobby. They're quite popular. So I'm just going to bring it up to a 3.5 stitch because I like to make it a little bit longer for my top stitching since it's mainly decorative. When you get to your corners, you're going to turn it and lift while lifting your presser foot, and that will give you a perfect, nice, sharp 90-degree angle. So this tab though can be customized. You don't have to make it a rectangle. If you wanted to curve it and make it a circular, you can definitely do that. It's totally up to you. So I will probably press this because it got a little bit wrinkled when I went to flip it. So we will put that to the side. And now we're going to get our inner pieces. So these two pieces will actually go wrong sides together. And then, so we're wrong sides together. So this is the inside of the pocket, or inside of the wallet. So if you look in at this wallet, this here is this. And then, because I used the other side as a different color, that will be the inside of the pocket. So that is this piece. So when I go to do the next one, I'm gonna have the feather on this side and then the polka dot on the middle, so just this part will be lined with this, which I think will turn out really, really cute. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place all our pieces on here. We're going to sew around, and then we're going to do our bias tape at the top, just like this. So the bias tape is purely decorative. There are other ways of doing this, but I think it just adds a little bit of an extra touch, and I really like the way it looks. Okay, so now we're going to put the zipper pocket down like that, and we can pin that in place to make sure all of these edges are lining up, so that when you go to sew around it, that everything gets under the sewing machine, because if not, then it will ruin everything. Well, not ruin everything, but then you'll have to go around it again. And then we're putting the card slot, so I'll just take that pin out and then just pin it all together. So at this point, if you wanted to do just a base stitch all the way around, just so you know that everything stays in place, you can do that. You're definitely going to want to baste here and down here and down here, just so that it stays in place when you go to do the rest of it. You don't have to do up here because we are doing the bias tape, but if you wanted to just baste the whole entire thing, then that's totally cool too. So that is, so it'll be like that. So now that we got to this portion of the zipper, I just pulled it all the way back, and then I'm just going to take it with my fingers and squish the teeth together, just so that when I go over top of it, it'll be nice and close together. It might be a little bit difficult going over the card slots, going the opposite way, just because the presser foot might want to push those up. So try to push them down, or you can just switch it around and do it the opposite way if you want. So yeah, my presser foot is pushing it up, so I'm just going to remember, this is just the base, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so there's our inside of the pocket. So if there's any excess, then you can just trim that off. So I hope you're enjoying this tutorial so far. If you are, definitely give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions so far, definitely leave that in the comments down below. There is a part 2 to this video so that you can go on over and check out that video, which will be linked at the end of this video and also in the description box below, so you can finish up your wallet. So don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, because I would love to connect with you guys, and if you do decide to make this wallet, I would love to see it. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in part 2.